So to better understand what states allow same-sex marriage and which states don't, I can tell you a little story about two men who love each other very much, Keith and Richard. That's what I like to call them, but this is the Flash and this is Hawkman. But for this purpose, they're a homosexual couple engaged in a monotonous relationship, and they want to solidify their love through marriage in the United States. And we're going to figure out where they can do it. And the great state of Alabama. Alabama boasts great football, beautiful women, but unfortunately they sit next to Mississippi in the heart of the Bible Belt, so they don't allow gay marriage. Alaska. They allow a lot of things, but same-sex marriage is not one of them. Arizona. Arkansas. California. Richard and Keith would have been in some trouble about a year ago. Proposition 8 had actually overturned same-sex marriage in California. As of June 2013, this proposition was overturned, being labeled as unconstitutional. So now our couple is free to marry. In Connecticut, our couple's good to go. Colorado. Colorado offers same-sex partners civil unions with limited benefits. Delaware. Our couple is good to go. Florida. A honeymoon's an option, but getting married is not. Georgia. No. Hawaii. As of Monday, our lovers can tie the knot. Idaho. Nope. Illinois. By June of next year, our couple can tie the knot in Illinois. Indiana. Negative. Iowa. Corn and same-sex marriage. Kansas. It might have been home to Dorothy, but not for Keith and Richard. Kentucky. No. Same-sex marriage is not permitted in the Bible. Maine. Abso-frickin-lutely. It's a yes for Maryland. Massachusetts, practically the grandfather of same-sex marriage. Keith and Richard could have got married here in 2003. Michigan. No. Minnesota is a yes. Mississippi, the heart of the Bible Belt. No. Missouri? Nope. Montana is a negative. Nebraska, same-sex marriage is not permitted, but who'd want to go there anyway? Nevada, this one gets a little bit more tricky. They offer a broad civil union where the couple gets a lot of the same rights as a married couple, but not all of them. New Hampshire, it's in the Northeast, isn't it? They're good to go. New Jersey, as of October, Keith and Richard can have their wedding on the Jersey Shore. New Mexico's just weird. Shouldn't be holding hands, but they should be like near each other, because in New Mexico, they don't have a law prohibiting same-sex marriage, but they don't have a law allowing same-sex marriage. So in certain counties in New Mexico, homosexual couples can be married, while in others, it's not recognized. New York. Since 2011, Keith and Richard can get married in New York. North Carolina. Home of the Smoky Mountains. Beautiful Outer Banks. But not of same-sex marriage. North Dakota. Same-sex marriage is not allowed. Do people even live there? Ohio. The Buckeye State is a no-go. Oklahoma. No. Oregon, another weird, tricky state. Oregon allows broad civil unions that give the couple a lot of the same rights that married couples have. And Oregon also recognizes same-sex marriages that took place in other states. Pennsylvania, no cigar. Rhode Island, the smallest state in the Union, allows same-sex marriage. South Carolina, no. South Dakota, with a population under 1 million, they don't allow gay marriage. Tennessee, no. Texas. This one's the most laughable. Let's see how far I can throw him for this one. Utah, the land of Zion, does not allow same-sex marriage. Vermont, yes, they can get married here. Virginia, Washington State, allow same-sex marriage. West Virginia does not recognize same-sex marriages. Wisconsin, home of dairy and domestic partnerships that allow for some rights as a couple. Wyoming, the final state in Keith and Richard's journey. Hope they get to visit Yellowstone Park because they can't get married here.
So, welcome back to CNN. Our green screen isn't working, so it's just green. We don't have our beautiful skyline behind us anymore. So, since we're CNN, we're going to read some tweets first.
Twitter time.
From funny tweets, we have, I'd take a Nerf bullet for you. From Rap Like Lil Wayne, we have, write a word on a squid, call it Squidward. And then from our very own Greggles at CNN, shoot him. That's Greggles. We have hashtag yay, hashtag gay marriage, hashtag Hawaii. And speaking of gay marriage, we go to our very own expert we found on the side of the road, actually. Alex Spence.
Yes, I'm Alex Spence. What am I supposed to say?
Well, just introduce yourself first.
Okay. My name is Alex Spence, and I am an expert on chinchilla reproduction. I really don't know what to do with my hands, so. I am an expert on chinchilla reproduction, and my thoughts on gay marriage. I don't know.
How'd you know I was going to ask you that?
You already did.
Oh. Alright, well, I'm asking the questions here. So,
okay.
What are your thoughts on same-sex marriage?
My thoughts on same-sex marriage. I think that if two people love each other, they want to marry each other, they should be allowed to. I'm not going to discriminate against people that want to be gay. And from my experience with my chinchillas, 2 male chinchillas cannot reproduce, so we don't have to worry about 2 gay men reproducing.
Alright, so next question. We here at CNN have formulated our own federal policy that would legalize same-sex marriages across the board in all 50 states. How do you feel about that?
As long as it doesn't have anything to do with me, it's fine. Just stay away from me.
Okay, and final question. Do you think that the government should be involved with marriage at all, or do you think it's an institution that the government should not step into?
Marriage. I don't know. I have an opinion on that. I believe in a, there was this French guy, I think maybe Despereaux, or I'm not entirely sure who he was. Maybe Ratatouille. Ratatouille sounds about right. He came up with a concept of laissez-faire, and I personally like for my government to keep their hands off. So, government should not have any kind of role in any kind of gay marriage or any kind of anything. They should just be there. Just exist.
So what should they do then?
I guess nothing.
Not even protect us?
No, that's why we have a military.
Okay. Even though, okay, anyway. Alright, so for further reporting on this, we have our very own senior investigative reporter, Dylan Hood.
What are your thoughts on same-sex marriage?
I don't have a problem with people of the same sex getting married, as long as their taxes aren't the same as a normal married couple.
Because the tax purposes that they would receive
Tax
for being
purposes.
married.
I don't care about gay people getting married. I don't care. I don't know. I don't care about that. It's no big deal to me. I don't care. It's no big deal.
All right.
I think it should be legalized.
All right. And why do you feel that way?
Because I think that everyone has a right to be with who they want to be with, and it's not necessarily a choice. Some people are born that way, and they can't fight that. So,
All
I
right.
think it should be legalized
And why do you feel that way?
because I don't think that a person who is homosexual or gay is any less than a person as anyone else, and I think that they should have equal rights.
So I definitely think there's a difference with the generations as far as us between our parents. I know that my parents personally don't support it, and they believe that marriage should be between a man and a woman. But for me, I just believe, do whatever makes you happy, as long as it doesn't involve me or any sort of thing like that, then I'm completely fine with everybody being happy.
So how would you feel if the federal government were to legalize same-sex marriage in all 50 states and they were to receive these benefits? You wouldn't be in?
I mean, if it happened, the government would set it up properly to where it wouldn't affect the people. And it would just be a few groups of people who'd be like, this is wrong, this is screwed up. And then after about 2 months, it'd all be over with. And I was like, okay, whatever.
All right.
It's just a normal thing now.
And then,
I guess I'm for it because, like I said, it doesn't really involve me and it's not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I guess I would say I support it.
okay. And the last question. As an institution, do you think the government should be involved in marriage?
Only reason being they should be is because of filing joint taxes. That's the only reason why they're involved is for government breaks. So people can get extra money at the end of the year when they file their taxes. That's really the only reason. If they got rid of that, you wouldn't need the government involved in it.
Seems like you have a very fiscal mindset about this.
Yes, I do. I'm all about the money. What can I say?
All right, Mr. Thomas, thank you very much.
It's tricky because some things like insurance involves being married, but I think the opinion of it alone should be not involving the government.
That the government shouldn't have a place in marriage and that it should be a religious ceremony in nature.
All right, thank you.
I guess maybe. I'm kind of undecided on that as well. I'm not really for much government intervention, but at the same time, I feel like there needs to be some kind of standard, I guess.